mother's love is often considered the purest bond of all. But what happens when that bond is overshadowed by a chilling allegation? When a mother herself comes under suspicion for the death of her own child? In this episode, we dive into a case that had stunned India and left investigators searching for answers. In March this year, 6-year-old Venella was found dead under suspicious circumstances. 2 months later, the case had taken a dramatic turn. Police launched a murder investigation with Venella's mother, P. Priyanka, a lawyer by profession, and her friend Mohan G. Mahalingappa, emerging as the prime suspects. What happened in the weeks between the child's death and the launch of a murder probe? Before we get into those details, let's take a closer look at the family and its dynamics. Priyanka had recently divorced her husband of 17 years. They have 2 daughters, Venella and their elder daughter, who lived with their father after the separation. The incident dates back to the 24th of March, the day of Priyanka's birthday. A special day, a biryani dinner and ice cream treat for 6-year-old Venella. Later, the child was put to sleep in a car with the air conditioning running, while her mother and her friend Mohan visited a coffee shop. Hours passed. It was late when they returned home. Priyanka carried her sleeping daughter inside and put her to bed. But by the next morning, something was terribly wrong. Venella did not wake up. Panic set in and she was rushed to a nearby hospital, where doctors examined her vital signs. Then came a silent but devastating confirmation. The medical team declared that Venella was brought dead. Initially, police suspected food poisoning and registered the case as an unnatural death. But something did not add up. To begin with, the autopsy report failed to provide clear answers. The findings were inconclusive, leaving officials with more questions than conclusions. Around the same time, Mohan applied for anticipatory bail. Police, in the meantime, continued questioning Priyanka about the events leading up to Venella's death. As the interrogation progressed, investigators say that they began noticing inconsistencies in her account. Small discrepancies, contradictory details, answers that, according to investigators, did not fully align with the evidence that had been gathered so far. Those inconsistencies raised further suspicion. Determined to uncover the truth, police decided to dig deeper. Viscera samples were sent to the Forensic Science Laboratory for detailed analysis. And then a new twist emerged in the case. The father, Praveen Basappa, came forward, alleging that Priyanka and Mohan were responsible for Venella's death. He claimed that he shared the autopsy report with his sister, a child specialist based in England, who reportedly raised concerns about possible foul play. Praveen then filed a formal complaint with the police, claiming that his daughter had been murdered by Priyanka and Mohan, because according to him, she stood in the way of their new life together. In his statement, Praveen also alleged that Venella was kicked in the stomach and smothered before being taken to the hospital. He also gave details about how cracks emerged in their marriage. According to Praveen, a trip to Bengaluru marked a turning point for them. Priyanka had traveled there for a legal case, but reportedly reconnected with Mohan, a former college mate who had since become a real estate developer. Praveen claimed the relationship developed rapidly and that the two later secretly married in December that same year, even traveling to Dubai later on to ring in the new year. By then, he said, Priyanka had already separated from him. He further alleged that he was pressured into signing divorce papers and that he was threatened with being cut off from access to his daughters if he refused. As investigation in this case continues, police are now examining competing claims from both sides. But the question remains, was this simply a tragic case, or a pre-planned murder of an innocent child.